and welcome to Kentucky Brew Reviews. I'm Radar.
Special K, and tonight we're doing a Great Lakes beer. This is Lake Erie Monster Imperial IPA. It's 9.5% alcohol by volume. And it's got a
big one.
It's got a, I guess a Loch Ness Monster on the can.
See, I thought it was a dragon.
I'm thinking it looks more like a dragon, but
Like
I think
dragons are Halloweeny. That's a Halloween time beer, right? Have we done a pumpkin beer this year?
We're not going to. I refuse to do it.
Tell you what, though, Ryan Kills bought or was it Ryan Kills? Someone on Discord bought 8 different kinds of pumpkin beer. Ask him.
Discord link in the description down below. Make sure you join in there if you want to talk to us directly. It's got a lot of particulate in there, but just kind of not moving.
Neutrally buoyant.
That's what I was going for, yeah.
I got the words.
I was looking for that word.
I brought the words with me today.
Kind of like the seed drinks. It reminds me of the seed drinks and how it's
oh, yeah.
floating in there.
Yeah, those chai things.
It smells very sweet.
That's neat.
More of an actual orange smell and less of a tangerine or grapefruit. There's orangey.
Some breadiness in this too.
Yep. It's hard with this fake stash. I'm gonna be honest. Get it up on my nose.
Inhale your mustache.
Color.
That's gold. That's like honey colored.
Yeah, it's a little lighter than honey, but it's more gold.
Mm-hmm.
Head went away pretty fast. To be expected. It's a 80 IBU beer and 9.5%. Oh yeah. It's a good Imperial. Mm-hmm. Nice malty. The hoppiness is in the middle.
I think on the end is a little bit too bitter for me. It
is 80 IBU, so it's
pretty bitter.
It's a pretty big beer.
I think as it warms up, it'll get sweeter. But woo. The beginning though is real good.
Yeah, it's kind of orangey, very bready. Mm-hmm. Not any floraliness because it's an Imperial, and then it goes into the bitterness right up front, and then it kind of finishes kind of fast, dry. Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah, dry is definitely the right word for that. I could sit back and drink this. That's really chill. Mm-hmm.
Great Lakes does good stuff. This one's from Great Lakes is from Cleveland, Ohio. Can you tell it's a 9.5%er? That's the question.
It is pretty heavily flavored. That's kind of a giveaway, but just from the flavor, does it taste boozy? No.
Not really. It does taste like an Imperial. It doesn't taste boozy, so it's doing a good job of hiding the booze in it. The hop level at first wasn't hit me, but now that I've been sipping on it for a minute, it's definitely hit me a lot harder. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty bitter. I think this would be a one and done beer for me for sure. I would enjoy drinking it. I would actually split this between 2 people. It's a pint and be like, hey, get me a nice little tulip out or something. Here's half for you, half for me.
Got to get the fancy glassware out if you're going to be splitting beers.
I mean, for a 9.5% or a big one like this, definitely.
Apparently, I like it. It is a little bit on the bitter side. It's, I think, a little bit excessive in the bitterness, so I am going to take a half point off for that, I think.
I will say that normally when you get into these Imperials and double IPAs, the hoppiness tends to go, it has a higher IBU level, but you're not getting the hoppiness because it's so concentrated. Mm-hmm. With this one, it still has that strong hoppiness. It's trying to be a bright beer, but it's not quite there because it's so big.
Yeah, it's huge, enormous.
Yeah, it's a big beer. Yeah. What would you rate this beer?
I think I'm going to give this. I think I'm going to give this a 7.5. I do think it's good, but I think the bitterness is just a little bit too over the top and chemically.
Yeah, I think the bitterness is pretty strong. You have to be into Imperials to get this beer. I don't recommend this to a beginner drinker or even somebody who's beginning to moderate in. This is just, it's too overwhelming in the bitterness department. I'm going to go with, but I like it. for what it is. I'm going to go with a 6.5. Price availability is going to be an issue. They don't have the best distribution. I want to say they do. They distribute to like maybe 25, 30 states. So this half of the United States, of course, not that we don't talk about the other half.
They're shipping it all the way to California.
California's got plenty of breweries. They don't need more out there. It's like
That's true, though.
It's like Colorado.
They have enough. Leave some for the rest of us.
Your recommendations?
If you really like bitter beers, if the early 2000s were like the time for you to shine, yes. Otherwise, no. No one else. If you really like bitter beers, that's for you.
Yeah, there are Imperials and doubles like that. They're so different. So I feel like more different than like a standard IPA. So whenever I get into an Imperial, they're always going to be just a more unique experience from brewer to brewer. That's what I'm trying to get at on that one. So like one from this Great Lakes and then one from, let's say, Country Boy or something. They're going to be drastically different in the Imperial side as opposed to like a standard IPA.
Yeah.
And they're all kind
I see where you're coming
of, most standard IPAs are kind of in the same flavor department, but when you get into like these Imperials, that's when they really go into some
Things start getting a little bit weird.
Yeah, it's because that's when you're concentrating those flavors down, so you're going to get more from it. But yeah, that is our episode. If you would like to see anything else on the channel, you can leave a comment down below. Don't forget to hit that like button. I'm Special K.
And I'm Radar. Thanks for watching. I mean, Donkey, damn it.